collide into an enemy, which can make your single target damage against bosses surprisingly good, while also obviously being good against large hordes of enemies, given how your plunges work. And so that is the main part of Xiao's kit, using your burst and then spamming plunges inside of it and dealing really good AoE anemo damage, while also having a pretty decent charge attack that you can use in single target, but again, more on that in the combo section. Now, before we talk about his elemental skill, a few important things to note about his burst are that, first of all, you lose a bit of HP per second. There is some life drain that goes down as you level it up, with it only being 2% current HP per second at max level. Now, do keep in mind this is current HP, not max HP, so it won't kill you. It's not going to do that much, but it is enough to where you usually want to run a healer with your Xiao to circumvent this. Now, do keep in mind that while this life drain is considerable and makes it to where you should run a healer, it really isn't that big of a deal and not something you have to worry about too much, as you also do end up dodging a lot of attacks by being in the air while you're spamming plunge attacks. Other bonus properties to note about his burst are that burst damage doesn't affect your Xiao's damage at all, as inside of your burst you're still doing plunge attack damage, which is what is going to matter alongside your anemo damage and the normal stats that we'll cover in the artifact section. Another thing to note is that your burst obviously doesn't snapshot, which means that as your Xiao is buffed throughout his burst, your damage will go up, but once those buffs expire, even if your burst is still active, you won't be buffed any longer. So be sure to maximize uptime on your buffing abilities, like your Bennett or your Farzan's burst, if you choose to run them with Xiao. Another thing you should know is that Xiao's burst only lasts when you're on field with him, so while it has a 15-second duration, if at any point you swap out, it ends, so even if you go back to Xiao, your attacks will no longer be an emo, and you'll have to wait its entire cooldown. Another thing to note is that this ability has a 15-second duration with an 18-second cooldown, which makes it to where your uptime is really good. In fact, you rarely ever even have downtime if you play Xiao efficiently, as you're using the effective 3-second cooldown that it has to swap between your support characters, use all of your abilities, and get ready to use your burst again on Xiao when you swap back into him. Also worth noting, since your burst is so important, you want to make sure you have it on cooldown, using it non-stop, and so you are going to have to fulfill its energy cost of 70. Usually do this by pairing Xiao with another anemo support who can generate anemo particles for him, which is something we'll cover more in the team section, but also by using his elemental skill, which is an ability that is relatively straightforward. In fact, your elemental skill is a dash that will lunge your Xiao forward, dealing a good amount of anemo damage, and that comes with 2 charges. Because of that, you can effectively dash forward, then dash back in place, dealing a good amount of damage and generating a good amount of energy, as each charge will give you 3 anemo particles, and since you'll have 2 charges of this at the start of your combat, and you'll also build up the charges as you're fighting, as you're inside of your burst, it is a good
When did I
source of
start
energy and
consistently?
damage for your Xiao.
I think this
Now,
one
a
is.
few important things to keep in
Oh,
mind
I
with this
wasn't
ability are
playing
first of all,
that
you
much
can
for
use
the
it in
time.
air
That's
and
why.
then plunge after.
So
Although
it
that is more
was
niche and typically not how you use it. Usually you're going to use your skill twice and then
June.
use
So
your
summertime
burst,
is
as you
when I
can
started
gain energy
consistently
during your burst
36
animation, and so this is an efficient way to use
that's
your
good.
skill. But you can also just use it passively as you're fighting, just to dash around, get energy back, or even use it midair if
Before
you want to
that,
plunge after. But that's typically
when I
not going
first
to be as
started
useful,
playing,
as you don't want to be using your skill inside of your burst, because you don't
I'll
get
be
any energy when you
in my
use your
first
skill
year
inside
mark
of your
soon.
burst. This is a very
Not
important
two-ish
concept to
months.
understand.
Anyway,
When using your skill outside of your burst, unless of course you have your 6th constellation, but in
this
general, you want to use your skill outside of your burst to make sure you're getting energy
is currently
from each
3.4.
cast of your
We
skill,
just
as if
got
not,
into
you
it
won't get any, and
today.
it will be basically
I'll
only
hate
used for its
himself.
damage.
We'll see who
Other
else
things
is
to
up.
note are that, first of all, while this ability usually has 2 charges,
I literally
you can
got
actually
this
get a 3rd charge if you have the 1st
GWS the
constellation,
other day.
or more with his 6th one, but again, we'll talk about that later. And also consecutive uses of your elemental
believe.
skill will
Battle
actually deal
Pass.
more damage. So when you use your skill twice or 3 times in a
Battle
row,
one.
you will get a slight damage increase,
Got
which is
Battle
something to keep in
Pass,
mind.
so-
Now, while I feel like I already talked about Xiao's talents a lot, this only scratches the
Let's see.
surface because there's a lot of
I
more
got
advanced things, combos, ways to
some
plunge, ways to
presents I
fight
can
certain enemies
use,
like
which I'll probably
bosses
use
or multiple
later.
enemies, and synergies with different characters that I will cover later in the video, both in the advanced combo section and
Sick,
also the team comp section, so do keep an eye out for those. Before we move on,
upgrade
however, to how to build your
BJWS
Xiao, I do
one
want to end this
day.
section by clarifying your
For
talent
now,
priority, saying that
I'm lazy. Anyway, so I'm going to get my first C6 character soon, hopefully. I'm gonna go for. I was gonna go for just C1 first. And then I thought, why not C2? And then why not C3? And then at that point, might as well go C6. So, Yelan C6 will be hopefully a very first C6 character. So I'm just waiting for her next month, or in exactly 21 days. So, yeah. It'll be nice, you know? Hopefully get time C6ing the character. I've never done that before, and yeah. If anything, let's do a single pull. Just for good luck. Gets gold. Imagine. That would be my guarantee, and that would have been an L, but yeah. I was supposed to save those, but oh well. I don't need any of the 4 stars coming up, but I do want to pull for Aqua as well, because Aqua just will be crazy instead of having to use Thundering Pulse. Right. Currently, I know my friend got a item. I've been using a lot of my other friends' accounts, just, you know, building their teams for them. I've been trying to use international on their teams. I know my cousin has Sino, Raiden. I think those are the two characters that like Sino in specific, that I would want to probably test out. Other than that, nothing really amazes me or intrigues me at all. I should claim these things. I do need to do lots of story quests. There's a new Archon quest. There's more quests this patch. Of course there is, because I completely forgot. Let's see. I'll do my commissions in a second. What I want to do is get some of these waypoints done. I don't have C1 yet on. I wish. Well, what I do have is my Zoom team. Where is it? Zoom. Nahida is just, I don't know, I have a flex character here and there. I could totally put Sayu here. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, hey, I need Nahida for here anyway. Here, let's do these, well, we're already on this little path right here. There's a little viewpoint there, which I'll go get. Oh, it's these? Okay. I'm not the greatest in the world at this, as you can see. Alright, and then I guess I go over here. Yeah, he does not work very well uphill at all. Where is it supposed to be? Okay, that makes sense actually.
Take it and have fun.
Take it and have
Follow
fun.
me.
This is my new computer, so I don't have Japanese voice lines actually downloaded. Oh, I should have downloaded that like
Too slow.
a while ago, but fine. Let me go beat some kids up real quick.
Squall and Fury.
I use chat. I'm just using Scara for freaking.
The wind
Rosa.
knows.
Busted.
Behold. Bow your head.
Committed to memory. Grow.
Quietly now.
The wind rises.
Alright. And that was cool. Alright. Why? Oh. Maybe not have Wanderer before I do this next little. Yeah, I shouldn't.
Committed to memory.
Pop that. Run over here. This ruin thing is going to activate, which is fine. Yep.
This might hurt a little.
This is expected. Where's this last one? Over here.
Illusion shattered.
Hey, cool. Jesus. Alright. Oh, there's more. Didn't know that.
Grow.
There it is.
Shined up.
Hey. Oh,
Treasure.
he's deactivated.
One way to draw your target out of
Right.
hiding.
He's deactivated. Right. Huh. I thought he was going to attack me. Well, how unfortunate. I did not deploy that one. Alright. I should be on my merry way. Any Danger Oculus I run into, I'm really not going to collect, just because I want to keep track of it. For now, it's completely fine. Look at the guy. Look at that guy. Just on the rock. On the bug. Alright, let's
Time to go.
Hello.
One with nature.
Busted.
This may hurt a little.
Ha!
Why did I use him? Why not? Just something I have to read.
Unnecessary.
Professor Frederick? A live sample? How? I mean... Wait, where is it making me read? This thing? Oh, the book right there. Oh, I'm blind. Alright. This is it right here. Cool. So none of these are awake. Okay. That's... I mean, I don't know if it's nice, but... It's good to know. Middle of adventure. I think I should go here. Yeah, I'd go there for next. Ah, yes. Looks something like I did in Inazuma.
Squall and fury.
Not fun. What's over here? Oh, hey. I apologize. What's... yeah, how many
slow.
things I'm gonna have to do?
How amusing.
What the heck is that?
The wind rises.
Oh. It hit me. Oh my god!
Quick, squall and fury.
You know, I went to the... I knew I wasn't going to the one I wanted to go, where I said I was going. But, you know... That's okay. It's on the same exact level of elevation. I didn't want to climb. Free moons. Alright, man. Who am I kidding, bro? Everyone knows I'm just gonna freaking buy them. Once I get C6 yellow, I will not be afraid to admit I am a whale. I'm a whale. I'll say it. Once I get C6, I'm a whale. I'm a whale. All right. Got C3 already. You know, that's half me. You know, half whale.
Clouds high. The birds call. Wind strike. The wind
But
rises.
for now, I'll just say it. Right? Nice. So I wonder. Alright.
Take it and have fun.
Ah. So I don't want to do this one. I do. What can I do? Is it going to keep me away from my goal? Oh, Jesus Christ, it is. One of those walking rooms? Not fun. Oh, not fun. Yeah, I'll do that one later. I don't want to deal with that. It's not annoying. Oh. So dusty or like unfortunately hazy to like actually see the palace, abandoned palace of the gods. That looks interesting. I'm gonna go want to look over there. Ooh.
Gotcha.
Everyone hold hands.
The wind knows me. Behold.
Anyway, what did I got in Italy? Oh,
Busted.
did I actually hit him through the wall? No way.
Where think you're going?
Hey,
The wind
Oh.
rises.
Oh, he's peasants. Alright.
Unnecessary.
You know, give him chess, you know? Who doesn't like female gems?
everyone hold hands.
Cry louder.
Committed to memory. I'm seeing stuff.
No.
Hey,
Quietly now.
that's not very nice of you. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be easy. Go, yellow, go. What? Oh. Huh. Sheesh. That's it? That's what I get?
A chest full of valuables.
I flipped on all those
A
things.
trove of potential.
Maybe not
clues.
accurately, but still I flipped on them. Brother. Don't you dare tell me I'm gonna have to. Oh, it's one of these again. Oh my god. Please kill me, please. Yeah, let me just go see what this is all about. It looks cool, but I can't unlock it. What's this?
Squall and fury.
Oh. What? Okay. Okay. And how do I unlock it? Explain to me. Explain to me.
Growl.
Yeah, that's part of the story quest. That's fine.
Quit following me.
Part of the part-time quest. Who knows? Oh, it's one of these things. Yeah. Never mind. I understand the pain I'm gonna have to go through. Flip. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, no. Don't even get me started. What am I gonna have to do? You know what? I didn't.
Committed to
Right there.
memory. This might hurt a little.
Oh my god. Ah, this is going to not be very fun. Doesn't
see
crit
everything.
again? Oh, I love it.
Wind rises. Unsightly insects. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Committed to memory.
Wind strider. Squall and fury.
Take it
You know what?
easy.
I'll do this later, dude. There's absolutely no point. Excuse me, Jesus.
Clouds high. The birds call. Wind strider.
Busted.
There
This
you
might
go.
hurt a little.
Wait, oh
Growl.
god.
Behold.
Nice. Alright,
Take it
what's over here? Oh, I can delete you guys.
Following order.
But,
Gotcha. Quietly now.
come on, look at that.
Committed to memory.
Squall and fury.
Give me the emojis. Yes.
Unnecessary.
When I 100%
Take it
this
easy.
place, it's going to be beautiful. What are these platforms, really? I don't want to know, actually. Well, that'll help, actually, doing what I just did. If I go back in a couple seconds. Oh, run away! Bro. You're lying to me.
One with nature. Fallen
I know,
leaves.
feeling lucky.
Adorn my night. Wind strider.
Hey,
The wind rises.
Thank you, you part type of being yourself. Which is what I was hoping you'd do. Oh, there's Dendroculus. I'm not collecting them. So I get the ones I need. Oh, Patooey. That sounds not Patooey-like. Okay, Cascade Pools. Uh-huh. Oh, that's cool. So they spit out sand? What it seems like. Yo,
Busted.
make yourselves at home.
what's the point?
The wind knows me.
Well, that's the point.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Quietly now.
Everyone hold hands.
Fire Boom himself. Let's go.
Curiosity deserves a reward.
Hey, thanks, Naida. You did good. Come on, bye. Oh god, I messed up now. Oh, there's multiple here, okay.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Ha! Ta! Ha! Ta! Ha! Ta! Ta! Ha!
Nice. Oh. That's new. Usually the older ones didn't let me do that. Huh. What's the catch with this one? What's the catch? Activate? You went up or down? Oh, it's going to take me underground. Wonderful. Ah, yes. Ooh, Temple of the Forsaken. It has 3 chests.
Take it easy.
3 chests, I see. Don't mind if I do myself. Looks. Oh, wait. How do I unlock it? I can read this.
Take it easy.
Opposition for what brings the injuries for you. Oh, wow. Okay. Now explain. How would I go about obtaining such? That didn't work. Okay. 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 I would like to point out the fact that I didn't do anything. Is there like a puzzle I need to solve? Ah. Oh, okay. I need to do that. Hold on. Yes. Close that. Open that one. Sheesh. Gigo Chad brain. Okay. Close. Close. Nice. Okay. That's good. This side. Okay. Same thing, right? Except, of course, it's not. Yeah. Do I have a specific window of time? Yeah, I'm just gonna come back later. I'll probably figure it out, but it's too late. Alright. 2:30. I'll still fill up another however long it takes. Get these waypoints. Look good. Walk around, walk around, walk around. Alright. Oh, let's...
One with nature.
What you mean I didn't hit? Oh, that one. Ah, AoE. Gotta love it.
Take it easy.
As
chest full of
for
valuables
that thing,
and a
I don't want to
trove
go
of
fight
potential
it
clues.
with...
With you all the way.
All right.
Alright. Don't have it deployed because I'm so special. You see, it says rational. But we all know this team
There's no
is...
escape. I'm going in. Glory to the Shogun.
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind. Sure.
Hey, I didn't mean for you to die just like that. My fault. Damn. I'm up already.
Shine down.
You didn't even get to shine. How unfortunate. Oh, is that a shrine of... whatever the fuck you call it? Oh, there's a commission here, bro. I just unlocked this place. Why is there a commission here? Do I have such a key? Parametric is ready to go. Okay, cool. So basically, I should go other team, other team. Lover of the line. What I should do is get along and swing my song.
Kamisato Ayaka, present.
Alright. What I think people were saying was don't have any of those, so we do meat. I need to do half. And then
Squall Fury.
go up 5% every time, yes sir. Okay.
Grow.
Ooh. Okay. Look at that. How you do it? You just... yeah.
Who's our target this?
Hey. We do not target people, Yala. We just... target people. What's down here? What's this? Oh, that's a little... it's a thing with a hat.
This might hurt a
Oh,
lot.
nice. Oh, more things to read. The Exiled Prince. Oh...
One with nature.
I wonder what kind of lore bits we're gonna find in here. Oh. I wonder what's gonna be here. That's what I really want to know. Oh, that hurts.
Committed to memory.
Is there a way to... nope. These air bubbles are fairly indestructible. I mean, they could... I can't spell. Where's the one I need to go for this one? Oh, it's gonna be up there. Alright. Oh my god, I didn't hold it. I thought I held it. That's insane.
The wind rises.
Busted.
The wind knows me.
Not easy, bait. Oh, I think we do king. They all the same kind of passive. I'm just trying to get to 15, man.
Take it easy.
In love with adventure.
Yeah.
Come on, let me go, let me go. What's this? Oh, what the heck?
Quietly now.
Into the wind.
These things.
Behold.
Mystique. Oh, this just gives me mystery meat. I don't know how I feel about that.
I see everything.
Take it easy.
Wind strider. Squall and fury.
I don't want to know what they are. I mean, I bet it's not tell me, but yo, why is it mystery?
Quit following me.
I'll be AR-58 soon.
Quit following me.
Hey, how about you shut up, Star Wars? Jesus, sorry. I'm not, unfortunately.
The wind knows me. Wretched vermin.
Damn. I didn't mean to delete y'all like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Busted.
Grow, grow, grow.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds come.
The Temple of Wisdom. Hey, this made her look.
The wind rises. Falling.
I just do it
into
and
the
like that.
abyss.
Jesus. Oh my god. I mean, water is quite squishy, so.
Brings
not
a
so
smile
much.
to my face.
It's every small thing is going to
Behold.
Okay. Now that that one's ready. How far can I particularly go? Ooh, this leads me to the mountain. Okay. I should each.
The wind rises.
Sands of the Three Canal.
Take it easy.
Okay. Interesting. I don't want to get on all these chests for now. I think I'll lose some later. I just want to find what's in the middle of this thing, because there's no way there's no, Skyfrost nail. No way!
That's far enough.
It blocks me? Oh my god, that's part of the story, isn't it? Oh wow. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Take it easy.
That makes sense. I guess. I can't. Am I gonna have to clear that one day? Probably, huh? Alright. Oh, that is, yep, that's a barrier. Okay. That's definitely a barrier. I'm not gonna do any of those hieroglyphic looking things, because that just looks and sounds annoying, you know. Not to say I will do it tomorrow, but oh, but Brandon, this is okay. I think I should go for this domain first then.
Behold!
Helicopter, helicopter. Wait.
Squall Fury!
Helicopter. So, oh, the big thing. Oh, no. No, I don't want to do. Oh, you know. Oh, it's still later, dude. I'm not doing that. I'm not unlocking for now. Hey, what do you do?
Welcome.
Which one are you? Hydra, gotcha. Leave.
The wind rises.
Run away, Scaramouche. Run away.
Hup.
You aren't, but long
Too
enough.
slow. Squall Fury.
Run. Oh, I go down here. I'm not coming back up, am I? Oh. And it kind of connects. Screw it. Jumpy. Alright, that's good to know. And the... Oh, there's one of those things lurking down here, bro. Come on. You just chilling? Back here in the world, huh? What? No! How? How you detect me? Oh my god. So
Game's up. Hanzo.
you actually hurt too, man.
Sharing my knowledge. Grow.
Wind strategy. As one with wind and cloud.
Committed to memory.
Oh, he died already? Well, maybe I overestimated her. That one. C6 is just gonna... Wow. We're so close to it. Oh my god, wait. How close can I get to it without going out of bounds? Wait, that's amazing. And then there's supposed to be another region coming up here too. Or not another region, another
Take it
part of the
easy.
desert. Wait. We get closer and closer. Come on, I gotta get up here. Okay, it's the edge, Where is it? Oh, I just saw it. Really? Oh, I got it. From that angle, I can't see it, but yo, that looks sick. The OST is nice, man.
in general, for a Shao who isn't C6, you want to be focusing on your normal attacks first. I see a lot of people maxing their burst
wind
first, and that is
rises.
a mistake. Your normal attacks are your #1 priority. Don't follow this talent reference, as leveling your normal attacks increases your plunge attack damage significantly, much more than leveling your burst actually does. But then after leveling your normal attack, be sure to level your burst
she does sweet.
The wind knows me.
last. Do keep in mind that if you have Shao 6
what I'm
on
just
the
saying.
burst
Thank
is going to be your
Things are about to get
Shao
dicey.
plays.
Quietly now.
Squall and Fury. Upon the gale.
Questions regarding what Shao's best is,
Can't hurt me, I'm up here.
artifact sets that he can use, like Vermilion and the Desert Pavilion. So let's cover all of that right now in this section. So first things first, I do want to start by saying that yes, the 4-piece
You even want
Vermilion
this?
Hereafter is generally going to be Shao's best in slot. This is because
Sure,
it gives you
wind
just a
strike.
ton of attack percent, which is incredibly valuable on attack scaling characters in general, but also on Shao especially, since he gains so much damage percent inside of his elemental burst that you end up getting diminishing returns to where attack percent
wind
on your
rises.
artifact sets and also on stats become even more valuable than with other characters. What the Vermilion set does is give you 18% attack on the 2-piece, which is great, while also giving you a ton more on the 4-piece, an extra 8% attack increase when you use your burst, and then an additional 10% attack whenever your HP decreases, stacking up to 4 times. And so because of that, you can gain up to 66% attack from this artifact set alone for your Shao, which just makes it
Everyone
You know, I
please.
figured it was
now,
gonna be
with that
something.
said, it is not a must farm for your Shao for
What
many reasons
the
which I've covered,
hell?
but which I will repeat briefly. In fact, first of all, it is generally going to be around a 5 to 10% damage increase to the other sets that we're going to talk about. And while that
Where
is pretty good, like
am
genuinely, it
I?
is pretty decent, especially because most of the time it's closer to a 10% increase. It is not
No,
nearly
what?
as important as having good
Yeah, I guess
substats.
so.
And Shao's artifact set selection is very diverse. There's a lot of really good options you can get, a lot of 2-pieces you can mix and match that you may already have on your account
Oh my
by
God,
farming
more
for other
underground
characters.
places.
And so because of
Oh.
that, prioritizing which sets
A
you already
wonderful
have
world.
farmed is going to be more important than prioritizing a specific artifact set for your Shao. If that wasn't enough, the Vermilion Domain is also very inefficient. This artifact set is only used on one character, Shao, and the Echo set is also very niche, only used on like 2 or 3 characters.
You
and
even
also
want
ping
this?
dependent. So I really hate the Vermilion Domain, but I still choose to farm it for my Shao since I love the character so much. And so what's the actual answer? Well, it does depend. I personally think if you
Wow,
have
what is this
another
glowing
artifact
thing?
set for your Shao that
So
I'm gonna talk
bright.
about already,
What do you
built, then
mean?
you can use that one
No.
and be happy with it. But if not, if you don't have one and you want to farm for a new one,
Don't
you
tell
can
me.
consider Vermilion.
That's gonna be the
However,
next
again,
area?
I do think choosing based on your substats
gonna be the
is
new
going to
part
be
of
the way
the
to go.
freaking-
With that out of the way, let's actually talk about the
Leave
other artifact
if you
sets.
let
What
me
are the other
leave.
options for your Shao? Well, the main go-to option that most people, myself included, use
I don't fight for myself. I fight for my team.
Oh, okay.
But when your moment comes, take it.
I don't want to do that. Oh, please let me.
I actually switched from Chrome to Opera GX a while ago just because I was so tired of Chrome being the absurd resource hog that it is and performing terribly.
It's fully customizable, so you can make it look as nice as you want it to and really just make it fit your aesthetic, whatever you're looking for. You can also log into Spotify and Apple Music so that we can just play music through the browser as well without having to switch between different apps and just have them always loaded and ready, so it's paired beautifully just with the browser. When switching to Opera GX, there's also an import tool, so you can just import all of your settings from whatever browser you're currently using to Opera GX, so that way it's seamless and that way you're already set to explore the way that you're used to. Also, Opera GX has something called the GX Corner, which searches the web for deals on games as well as
Helicopter,
games that are available
helicopter.
right now, so that way you're just constantly staying up to date with what's new and what's coming up.
is going to be mix and matching 2-piece sets like either the attack percent sets, which can be Echo,
Busted.
Vermilion, Gladiator, or Reminiscence, or the Anemo damage percent sets like Viridescent or the new Desert
I see
Pavilion.
it.
All
I
of these
see
2
it.
pieces, mix and
Take it
match, can be
easy.
good with Shao. You can go 2 attack percent, 2 Anemo damage percent, or 1 of each, and all of those options are pretty similar in strength
I see
depending on your
everything.
team and weapon. Because of that, I highly recommend
Into the
going
wind.
with some substats.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
My pieces are honestly pretty amazing to where I don't feel the need to switch to Vermilion. Talked about is only about 5 to 10% worse than the Vermilion Hereafter. With that said, I also want to mention a few other stats. First of all, the new Desert Pavilion that I've been getting a lot of questions about, as it can be used for Shao. The 2-piece gives you 15% Anemo damage bonus, meaning you can use it just for its 2-piece, but also the 4-piece set is pretty decent, as once you do a charge attack on opponents, you will get a 40% increase in damage
Chest
to normal
full of
target
valuables.
contracts, which is pretty
A
relevant
trove
for your
of
Shao.
potential
In fact,
clues.
it's about as good as mix and matching 2 pieces. It can be a bit better than that, like anywhere from 2 to 5% better, but it does also depend on your team comp and obviously your substats. Because of that, if you need to farm this domain for the bloom set, then you can use Desert Pavilion for your Shao. However, this domain is also pretty inefficient, and I wouldn't recommend farming it for Shao specifically, as if you're gonna do that, then you might as well either A, go Vermilion, or B, farm 2B sets for him as you build other characters as well. So because of that, I don't personally love the Desert Pavilion set, but if you already have it farmed, it is pretty decent. Just do keep in mind to use your charge attacks first after using your bursts before you start plunge attacking to make sure you are actually getting the damage increase from the set. Also, since Shao's charge attacks aren't bad and are especially good in single target, this set's biggest drawback isn't that big of a deal in my opinion. Lastly, another set I wanted to mention is the 4-piece Verdescent Venerer. Now, while the 2-piece is great, I don't recommend going the 4-piece for Shao's personal damage, as obviously it
says
will
there
not
aren't
be
Ben?
as good
Wind
as other
strike.
sets. So if you don't have another
Gotcha.
character on your team and are
Let's
using
wait for
Shao
a
as an
little.
on-field
Grow,
driver
grow,
type
grow.
Shangling or something in a pretty niche team comp, then yes, you can run the 4-piece to decrease the elemental resistance.
Cry louder!
Committed to memory.
Quietly now.
Are that the 2-piece attack percent sets and the 2-piece annual damage bonus are about as good on Shao, and they're both honestly pretty underrated. Like the 2-piece sets are nice attack percent, while on other characters may seem pointless. As I explained, for Shao, it's better and is definitely something you shouldn't be neglecting. Do keep in mind, however, that Shao is a character who I recommend building based on substats. So even if you're running only one 2-piece set at the start, or if you're mix and matching based on what sets you've already farmed, that is okay and what I usually recommend you do, with obviously, as I mentioned, Vermilion hereafter being your best overall. Alright, now with all that out of the way, let's talk about what stats you actually want on your Shao. This part is going to be pretty straightforward, but in general, the stats you want are as follows. First of all, crit rate and crit damage are going to be your priority for your damage, as with every carry, as they do significantly impact how much damage all of your attacks are going to be doing. Another important stat is going to be attack percent, as this is a very valuable stat for your Shao's damage, as we saw earlier. Given how much damage percent you're gaining on your burst and through other sources, that attack percent will become very valuable. Lastly, energy recharge is also something you want or actually need. You want to make sure you have enough energy recharge to spam your burst on cooldown, so that is going to be your priority.
Game's up. Run's over.
You want to make sure you can actually use your burst as often as possible, so make sure you have enough energy recharge.
Everyone
Now,
hold
how much energy
hands.
recharge you need
Squall
depends
Fury.
on many factors, like your team comp, compositions, and so on, but I will give you guys some general ranges to help you. First things first, I highly recommend basically always running Shao with a battery, another Anemo character that will generate
Run with
Anemo
nature.
particles.
Sha!
Like Sucrose, for example, you can use your elemental skill, then you swap to Shao,
Quit
cast
following
Anemo
me.
particles, and get your burst back a lot faster. What that allows you to do is run your Shao on much less energy recharge, as if you were to run him solo Anemo, you need an ungodly amount, which will make you lose out on a lot of damage, which will therefore make him a worse character. Because of that, I highly recommend, as we'll see in the team comp section later, running him with another Anemo support. Once you do that, the amount of energy recharge you need is pretty low, and it's really not that hard to achieve, generally speaking. While this does highly depend from player to player, the general range is going to be around 120 to 140 energy recharge, with my personal preference usually being on the lower end, but do keep in mind that it can actually be even
I
lower
see
than this
everything.
if you're either running a triple Anemo team,
Into the
or
wind.
you have your first
Set
place
behold.
or third degree elemental skill. Because that, some Shaos can run 5% energy recharge, whereas others might need 30 to 40%. In my personal opinion, being that around 120 to 130 energy recharge is usually going to be good for most players, as I really don't think you need too much ER on your Shao if you play correctly, but obviously do test out what works for you. Now with that out of the way, what main stats are you looking for? Well, for your sands, you definitely want attack percent, as it will give you the most damage overall. Regarding energy recharge on your sands, it really isn't recommended, as you lose out on so much damage by losing this 46% attack that I would not recommend it, and would strongly recommend just getting enough energy recharge on your substats alone, getting the 20 to 30 or whatever percent that you need, allowing you to use an attack percent sands for much more damage. For your goblet, a Nemo damage bonus is generally going to be the best, but attack percent can also be viable. In fact, the way it works is that generally speaking, a Nemo damage is better, but how much better depends on your set and your team comp. For example, if you're running the Vermilion Hereafter set, a Nemo damage is always going to be pretty far ahead than an attack percent goblet, since you gain so much attack percent, and the same can be said with attack boosting supports like Bennett, Noblesse Oblige, Thrilling Tales, and other ways to buff your attack that we'll talk about in the team section. If not though, if you're just mix and matching 2-piece sets, and you're not getting that much external attack buffers, then an attack percent goblet can actually be pretty similar in strength to a Nemo damage one, and so you can go based on your substats. Lastly, for your circlet, crit rate or crit damage are both good, and so you should go based on whichever one you need more of. Alright, now next up, let's talk about the best weapons for your Shao. Now, do keep in mind that Shao is a character who has many different options that work very well for him, and that can all be viable depending on your team and your artifacts as well. Because of that, let's cover each weapon that he can use and why they're good, and also rank them with a full weapon ranking in this section as well. Starting things off, his signature weapon, the Jade Wing Spear, Spear is going to generally be his best overall because of the high base stack paired with 22% crit rate and also an additional amount of attack percent and damage percent increased as you're fighting enemies
what are these
just
big
passively
boys
while you're on
again?
field.
Jeez.
Because of that, this stat stick is really good for your Shao and generally the best overall, but it is also comparable to other 5-star options like the Staff of Homa. The Staff of Homa is going to be basically the crit damage equivalent of that, giving you 66% crit damage as well as a bonus amount of attack, which increases if you are below 50% HP. Now, while Shao isn't a character that is going to be building HP, this is still a decent amount of attack, which makes the Staff of Homa about as good as the Jadewing Spear, usually a bit worse overall than Jadewing Spear, but a bit better if you're under 50% HP. While that is usually not going to be the case, as you're typically running Shao with a healer like Bennett, it can situationally be better and generally is just about as good as Jade. The difference between the two, as you'll see later, is quite marginal to where I recommend going based on either whichever one you have or whichever stat you need more of, being either crit damage or crit rate depending on your ratio. Both of these polearms are very good, with Jadewing Spear, as I said, being generally the best overall. Now with that said, most offensive 5-star claymores are actually just good for Shao. In fact, even the attack percent ones like Vortex Vanquisher
like
and the Calamity Queller can both be very good and even similar to Jade Spear and Staff of Homa if you have a ton of crit on your artifacts and can use the large amount of attack that either of these spears give you. For the Vortex Vanquisher in particular, you want to make sure you're running a shield character with Shao like Zhongli or Toma to actually get the most value out of this polearm. Both of these polearms are very good though, and usually only slightly worse than the other options I mentioned. Lastly, the Staff of Scarlet Sands is an okay option as it gives you 44% crit rate, but it does have a low base stack and an effect that isn't the most useful on Shao, as it converts Elemental Mastery to attack percent, but obviously you're not building Elemental Mastery on your Shao, so you're typically just using this as a 44% crit rate stat stick, which is basically just a better version of the Deathmatch, so it's still a decent 5-star, but it's not your best when compared to the other 5-star options. Lastly, before moving on to 4-star weapons, I do want to mention that Skyward Spine is viable on Shao. It's not his best option, it's a lot less personal damage than any of the other 5-stars we talked about, but if you need energy recharge desperately, this weapon is honestly not bad. It has a high base stack and crit rate on its effect, so it's okay if you can use the energy recharge that it gives you. Now with that said, while Shao's offensive 5-star weapons are really good, and I would recommend using any of them if you have them, he definitely does not need a 5-star to be good, and many of the 4-star weapons can be very
Everyone
viable
hold
and
hands.
strong on him.
The wind knows me.
Maybe you want to see how fast you can go, or how slow.
Into the wind.
Maybe you come here. Maybe you come to get them. You might be here to push and press,
Faithful offering.
or decompress. The reason you come here might be different from the person next to you. But after a while, the person next to you might be reason enough.
More underground. Of course it is. Oh,
Le 3 au 10 janvier s'est déroulée l'exposition Genshin Impact
Take it easy.
Aventure sans pain en Teyvat à Paris. Et apparemment cette exposition a eu pas mal de succès.
First of all, if you buy the Battle Pass, I highly recommend getting a deathmatch for your Shao, as it's generally the best 4-star option, giving you a high amount of crit rate, as well as an effect that just gives you a bonus amount of attack. This weapon is therefore really good even at refinement rank 1, with it giving you even more attack percent the more you refine it. And so because of that and the sheer amount of crit rate that it gives, it's a great 4-star for your Shao, and typically the best one. Similar options in strength are going to be the Blackcliff Pole, which is technically a free-to-play option if you can save up Star Glitter and buy it from the shop, giving you crit damage instead of crit rate, and a passive that gives you attack percent when you fight enemies, making it very good in AoE if you're fighting some weaker enemies, but a bit worse against bosses or single target fights. Generally speaking, Deathmatch and Blackcliff are similar in strength, with Deathmatch being a bit better overall, but still the typical answer of which one you should go for is more dependent on which substat, either crit rate or crit damage you need more of, and also which one you have. Like for example, if you're buying the Battle Pass, get Deathmatch, but if you're not, if you're free to play, or if you need another Battle Pass weapon, then you can get the Blackcliff Pole instead. Lastly, a weapon that is on a similar level as these two is actually the Missive Windspear, which is a free-to-play weapon we got during an event pretty recently that you got to R5 for free. This weapon is good for Shao as you just gain a ton of attack percent, which makes it a pretty similar option to Blackcliff Pole and Deathmatch, usually being slightly better than Blackcliff and slightly worse than Deathmatch, depending on the situation. Now, if you missed this event, I would recommend you either use a gacha 4-star that you have that will cover, or save up Star Glitter to get the Blackcliff Pole. The 4-star options that can be good are the Lithic Spear, although this weapon is hard to get as it's only on certain weapon banners, but if you do have it, it is good as it gives you attack percent and then an effect that increases your attack and crit rate based on how how many party members you have that are from Leeway. While this spirit is kind of racist, it can be good if your team comp has multiple characters from
Take it
Leeway,
easy.
but even with just 2, like Shao and 1 other support, it is already a really good option. Other than that, weapons like the Favonius Lance can be okay, as it has a high base stat and gives you a ton of energy to your party members through its effect, which can make it better than it seems in certain team comps, despite it hurting your Shao's personal damage, as it only gives you energy recharge. It can help your Farzan or Shangling get their burst back on cooldown a lot easier. Because of that, this weapon is decent and pretty underrated, but still generally not the go-to option in most teams. And for other free-to-play options, as I said, I recommend saving for the Black pull, but if you can't, you can either use the White Castle for just some crit rate, or craft the prototype star glitter at the blacksmith. Generally speaking though, those options
This way.
either using the Mystic Wind Spirit you got it, getting the Blacksmith
You're
Pull, or
dead.
Blacksmith
The
Pull,
price.
or using any of the 5-star options you have, as they can significantly increase your Shao's DPS. Alright, now with all that said,
This
I'm
is
going to put a weapon ranking
the
on screen to give you guys an idea of how good each weapon is on Shao. Now do keep in mind, only use this as a general idea, as Shao's exact weapon ranking varies heavily based on the supports you're using, like if you're getting attack percent buffs with Bennett, Noblesse Oblige,
Jesus
Throwing Tails, or
Christ,
damage percent
whatever.
buffs with someone like Farzan, so this can vary heavily, and refer mostly to what I said in this section, but generally speaking, all the offensive 5 stars are really good, and same with weapons like Deathmatch, Black the Pull, and Missive Wind Spear. Alright, now with the builds out of the way, let's actually get into
Oh my
more
God.
advanced tips and combos to get the most value out of your Shao's attacks. Now while Shao
No.
can seem like a straightforward
It's here.
character, and you
Is
can
this
get
where I
a
have to
lot of
fight this
value
thing?
very easily by using him, there is a lot of nuance to his attacks and his kit that I want to cover in this section. So starting things off, the first thing you need to know is that Shao, as I mentioned earlier, has 2 types of plunges.
Gotcha.
Either low plunge or high plunge. A low plunge is what happens when you plunge basically instantly after jumping, and anything else, even if you just jump and wait a little, will be a high plunge. A high plunge will have a bigger AoE and deal more damage, whereas a low plunge will be smaller and deal a bit less damage. Because of that, you generally want to go for high plunges, and you want to try to get your high plunge off as early as possible. So basically trying to plunge as fast as you can in the air without it being a low plunge. This sort of distance that you're gonna have to cover is something that you'll learn the more you play Shao. But for example, if you do something like that, it's a low plunge, whereas if you do this, it's a high plunge, and the same can be said at the apex of your jump. Generally speaking, combo-wise, you want to try to do as many high plunges as possible for the most AoE damage. Now with that said, there are some exceptions. There's situations where you might want to spam low plunges to finish off enemies or whatever. And another thing you need to know, as I mentioned earlier, is that there is a collision hitbox on your plunge. So when you're fighting large enemies like bosses, do be sure to try to plunge into them to maximize your plunge damage by getting 2 hits every single time, your collision hit and then your plunge hit after that. For more information on this though, as it's really hard to explain it, I will link a very helpful resource by the Shao Mains Discord, so be sure to go check that for a more in-depth explanation. Other things you need to know are that you can auto attack cancel very easily with Shao. As you can see, you can normal attack. The animation is very fast, so you can do it in between every single
wonder.
plunge. In fact, as you can see from the footage playing on screen now, you'll notice my Shao is doing a normal attack between every single plunge, animation canceling it by jumping instantly, getting a free normal attack in, which is just free bonus damage, and can also help enable off-field supports that you otherwise wouldn't be able to run on a plunging character like Xingqiu or Yelan. Furthermore, while generally speaking, spamming high plunges as fast as possible is going to be your optimal combo in single target or against big mobs that you can hit with your charge attacks. You can use a combo relying on a charge attack first into jumping and then plunging. The reason this works is because you can quickly jump cancel your charge attack, which will lead into a plunge, and then you can sort of rinse and repeat the charge attack into plunge combo, which can be good especially in single target. Do keep in mind that this combo is also going to be your bread and butter if you do choose to run the Desert Pavilion set that we talked about earlier. Other important things to note are, first of all, know that your plunges on Shao knock enemies away. At least certain enemies, not all of them will get knocked away, but a lot of enemies can get knocked away, which is why running a Anemo support to group enemies back, like Venti or Sucrose, or even Farzan at
I
C6,
got
can be
most
very
stones I
useful on
needed,
top of the energy
just
that
not
they'll give
any
you.
of the
Something you can
domains,
do to circumvent
which
this
is
issue
fine.
though is actually
Oh,
push
and this
enemies
one.
into a wall or bait
Sounds
enemies
horrible
next to
to
each
go
other,
there,
or even
but
stay in
yeah,
there longer
I
between
don't know.
plunges to
Just
let
do more
certain
stuff
enemies
tomorrow.
come back towards you in between
If
your
I wake
plunges
up.
for more efficient AoE damage, as there are a lot of ways to play
Sorry,
around this
when I
issue.
wake up.
Lastly, since Shao's burst is not snapshot and you're inside